4 ways that the special educators can collect data. So in a classroom, it kind of all depends on the type of behavior that you want to track. So here's the breakdown for all of those types of data collection methods that you could be doing in your classroom. 1. Frequency, event, and rate. First and foremost, this is the number of times that a behavior will happen in a specific time period. This is also for behaviors that have a clear beginning and a clear end. Do not use these if the behavior is occurring at a high rate and that the accuracy and the accurate count is impossible, like pencil tapping. Event recording is probably best for behaviors with a clear beginning and a clear end. Event recording is used to measure behaviors such as task initiation and protest to task demands, inappropriate sitting and littering, correct and incorrect academic responses, tardiness. Number 2, duration. Next, this method shows the length of the behavior and uses this method for length of time the student engages in the behavior, used when the behavior has a clear beginning and a clear end. Do not use if the behavior is at a high frequency or if the behavior starts and stops constantly. Also, duration recording is great for behaviors that have a beginning and ending, and I use this to track behaviors such as high rates that it would be so difficult to get an accurate frequency count, like the number of taps on a pencil finger, or finger tapping or toe tapping. Duration recording has been used to measure behaviors such as on task, so looking at the assignment, writing their name, asking questions related to the topic, using assigned materials, and following teacher directions. Interval data is the third type of data collection that you can do. Interval recordings show if a behavior occurred during a particular period, and observation period is divided into brief intervals. At the end of each of these, you record whether or not the behavior has occurred. So it's either it did it or it didn't do it. So I use interval recording when it is difficult to constantly track the behavior. Interval recording can be used for things like constant behaviors or for those that occur at high rates. So it's so frequent you can't even catch up. So number 4 is time sampling recording, and this isn't something that I like to use in my classroom. It's kind of like interval recording, and I record small samples of time within larger intervals and look at the student during that time period, for example 30 seconds, and record whether that behavior is occurring at that instant or it is not. So you do it, you check it, yes or no. Talking on task and off task behavior is great for this. Screaming, if there's an outburst, in seat or out of seat, you can track for this too. It's always great. Thank you for watching today's video. If you're new here, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. Click the bell to get notifications for when new videos get released or I go live. As always, leave a comment if you have any questions.